Do you have any advice on where to start with my studio? Yeah, I've got a lot of advice, to be honest. Lots and lots and lots. But to really kind of isolate this video down, this question was sent in, and the general question is, the guy's got computer, interface, speakers, and now wants to incorporate analog equipment for like mastering, and where to start. And the first thing I will say is, where to start is, before you start coming out the box, interface. Great ADDA conversion. Get your conversion up to the standard of what you want to come out the box and come back in the box. So buy the best interface, the best conversion, the best possible way of coming out the box and then getting back in the box to start with. Before you start coming out, if you're using something like, let's say, a Focusrite 2i2, and you're coming out to a Buzzar EQ and a Shadow Hills compressor, you could have the best EQ and the best compressor. If you're coming out of a Focusrite 2i2, it's not going to be great. Your weak link there is your conversion. The conversion's not great. And I know this, I've got one at home and I use it for just general listening purposes on my laptop. The conversion's not brilliant. And it's not high end. And it's certainly not high end enough to go out to these sort of top end EQs and compressors. So the conversion needs to be top notch. Before you even come out the box, monitors. Great monitors. Look, you can only do what you can do out the box if you can hear what's coming at you. What you have to look. It's all about where's the weak link. So I always say, before even coming out the box, great interface with great conversion and good monitors. Right, the two, because you can not come out the box and you can work in the box on a good interface, good monitors, and you'll get a good sound. When you then want to come out the box to some good equipment, but you're coming out the box with good conversion. Then once you process, you're hearing a great sound because of the monitors. You can then argue, well, then you've got to put it in a great room before you come out the box. Yeah. Good interface, good monitors, good room. If you've got those three and you never come out the box and you stay in the box and you're in a great room with great speakers, with great interface, great conversion, what you are going to hear is brilliant, right? You're going to hear a great sound, and you're going to be able to make the right decisions. Albeit, let's say 95% of what the analog equipment can achieve, you're going to achieve that. But you're going to be highly beneficial by working in a great room with great speakers and a great interface. You'll be able to get a great sound on that setup. You'll then be able to get that extra 5% when you start coming out the box to all the analog equipment. So that's where I'd start. I'd start with the interface, the speakers, and the room. Get that top notch, then start thinking about coming out the box. Because when you start thinking coming out the box, that's when things start getting somewhat more expensive, because it ain't cheap to come out the box into high-end gear. The one thing I will say is, if you're thinking of coming out the box and you're saying to yourself, oh, I'm going to buy a DBX 266XL compressor for £200 off eBay, and yeah, I'm out the box and I'm using analog and it's going to sound amazing. It's not. Those sorts of compressors, honestly, you're better off staying in the box, in my opinion. When you start coming out the box, the first thing I would recommend doing is putting something like an SSL Fusion in. It's a kind of a one-trick pony that kind of does, not a one-trick pony, a multi-purpose box that does a little bit of everything and gives you a mid-side insert where you can then start your chain. You've then got the options of adding mid-side, but you've got an EQ, you've got a somewhat okay saturation, high frequency compressor, stereo widener, transformer, which is meh, and What else is there on there? I can't think at the moment. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. There's a filter as well. So then you've got the mid-side insert point. You put a dual mono EQ. Use left for mid, right for sides, and then gradually build. Over time, you build your chain. But here's the thing. Where I would recommend going with regards to building your chain, and it obviously depends on your budget, go 500 series. The thing with 500 series is it's like swap and sell. You know, you can swap stuff, sell stuff, get 2 modules, put them in, go, yeah, I like them. And then 2 months down the line, you might go, I'm not too keen on them. Take them out, I sell them. It's a great market. There's a lot of people buying 500 series. So you can kind of swap things around quite easily. And this is how I started one of my mastering chains, was 500 series. And I basically liked that, put that in. Didn't like that one now, take that out, swap it with something else. And it worked really, really well. And if you're buying secondhand, brilliant thing about that, let's say you're buying, I don't know, an Alicia X filter for £500, stereo EQ, 500 series, bosh. Use it, I like it. 2-3 months down the line, I'm not keen on it. I want to kind of upgrade that. Take it out, sell it on eBay, Reverb, whatever. You will get the same or similar price for it. So then it's like just swapping stuff. Albeit you've got to pay the fees on eBay, whatever, Reverb, but you can swap things about. And then you put a different EQ in, you go, yeah, I really like that one. And then you finally settle on the units that work for you. And it's a really good way of working. So yeah, to summarize, to start, make sure the groundwork is done in terms of the room, in terms of the interface with the conversion, and then the speakers. If you've got those 3, you're going to get a great sound. If you want to come out the box, get that extra 5%, SSL Fusion 500 series is a cheap option to go down. Then what you can do is gradually add 19-inch rack versions, which are going to cost a lot more. But yeah, that would be, I guess that would be my advice on the way to go for kind of starting out. Well, not necessarily starting out, but starting to build from where you already are.